Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of the Moreno Show. I gotta be honest, I am so confused right now. I don't know what's happening. I just saw this from Mark Kelly. This is wild. He just bought a new car, and if you're not sure, or if you haven't, if you're not aware, Mark Kelly, in spite of Elon Musk's job with the Doge and what's happening with the Tesla and all the vandalism that's happening within Tesla showrooms, Mark Kelly was talking about that this would actually be the perfect time for him to get rid of his Tesla. Right? He got rid of his Tesla, and he wanted something different. So you know what he got? My guy got a Tahoe, a gas guzzling Tahoe. This is crazy. What happened to Democrats caring about climate change? What happened about them wanting to reduce their carbon footprint? You got to be kidding me. So we're going to play these videos. We're going to talk about it, and I'm just so confused. I wasn't planning on recording this, but this is so baffling to me, and we got to talk about it. All right, so here is Mark Kelly's video. Check it out.
All right, here.
Actually, let me play the first one. I am so sorry. This is him discussing why he's selling his Tesla. Check it out.
Hey, folks, Mark Kelly here in Washington, driving to work for the last time in my Tesla. When I bought this thing, I didn't think it was going to become a political issue. Every time I get in this car in the last 60 days or so, it reminds me of just how much damage Elon Musk and Donald Trump is doing to our country. Talking about slashing Social Security, cutting healthcare benefits for poor people, for seniors. It's one bad thing after the next. He's firing veterans. I'm a veteran, so I have a really hard time driving around in this thing. So I think it's time for an upgrade today. So this is going to be my last trip in this car. There are some things I really liked about it. There are things I didn't like about it, but that doesn't matter. What matters is, doing the right thing. I think it's time to get rid of it. Elon Musk kind of turned out, and I don't want to be driving the car built and designed. So, looking forward to my new ride.
His new ride is a Chevy Tahoe, which has the worst MPG on the planet. I say that as to be a little bit sensational, but you get what I mean. This is insane. So here he is with his new ride, and if I'm reading this correctly, he bought 2 of these, right? Because he says, "Here I am with my new ride, good Chevy Tahoe here in DC, and I got one of these in Tuscan as well." That is crazy. Okay, checks out.
I am with my new ride, Chevy, good old Chevy Tahoe, here in Washington, D.C. Got one of these in Tucson as well. This one was made by Union Labor, United Auto Workers in Arlington, Texas. Always good to buy Union cars, incredibly reliable. And I'm looking forward to driving this for many, many years.
Yeah, another American car, Teslas. In the video that we shared yesterday, didn't the guy on CNN just say that there is no American car that is more American made than some of these Tesla models? That is crazy. But aside from that, I just can't get over the fact that Democrats have flipped so much. This is so weird. I just tweeted this saying, "Holy smokes, what the heck happened to the left caring about climate change? A Tahoe? How did we get here?" I am so confused. One of these other top comments from Eric Daughtery, he says, "In 10 years, Democrats will be advocating for coal power plants." Honestly, Colin Rugg responds, he was the guy who posted this. He said, "And they just go wherever the virtue signal takes them." And, just the other day, we're talking about how, like, some people could really decipher the difference between someone's politics and someone's product, right? And I think this is a great example of like Elon Musk. Like, he made a great product, but some people cannot take the product without the politics or without the person. And I just think that's really, really, we're living in such an interesting time. And like I already showed, guys, look at this. The 2025 Chevy Tahoe has 15 miles per gallon in the city and 20 miles per gallon in on the highway. That is crazy to me. Yeah, I think it's just so weird. I also saw this on CNN. Scott Jennings was just talking about Tesla with another co-host, and I thought this was really, really fascinating. We got to check this out. And to me, it's my take here is that whenever people think that they're attacking Elon Musk by not buying these Teslas, at the end of the day, like Elon Musk is going to be fine. He's still going to be a billionaire. You know who's actually going to hurt if Tesla starts falling off? It's the tens of thousands of people who are actually employed by Tesla, the people who actually build the cars. Those are the people who are going to be hurt. Yeah, check this out.
I'm assuming you agree, because as a Republican strategist, you wouldn't have advised him to go in front of the White House and drive a Tesla.
Wait, why?
Because
of course I would have. You know why? Because if I were advising a Republican president, I would say, let's support American companies that have thousands of American workers and thousands more workers who make indirect products for it. Yeah, I think it would be a good idea if American companies did well under my
And okay, so you're going to go ahead and support a billionaire, but not support the American worker, and not necessarily.
Who do you think makes Teslas, Sochi? American workers. It's good,
but it's
Tesla
very much
well,
as
American
Dana mentioned.
You think Elon builds them all in his basement? They got factories all over the place,
including in China. But you know,
yeah.
Do we not? Do they not have thousands of Americans?
The visual of him driving a six.
Did Joe Biden drive a Jeep Rubicon around the South?
Okay, a six-figure car.
Where do they make those?
Is owned by a billionaire in the White House.
Is giving
the UAW had a
to,
stake in it, and the UAW gave money to Joe Biden.
Democrats love to talk so much about visuals. They love to talk about the optics, and I'm not gonna sit here and say that the optics don't matter, but we gotta be honest about the substance here. And I love what Scott Jennings is saying. Who do you think makes these cars? Who do you think is building these actual vehicles that get them on the road? I believe there are probably tens of thousands of American workers who are going to be the people who suffer if the left continues to act this way. It is crazy. I also saw this from the New York Post. I thought it was really interesting. Trump hits highest approval he's ever had as more Americans say the U.S. is on the right track than any time in 20 years. That is insane. I knew it was high. I did not know it was this high. That is crazy. And check this out. Charlie Kirk ended up sharing this, where they went ahead and they talk about it a little bit more. It's a clip from Meet the Press. It's so good. Check it out.
First of all, the mood of the country. This really jumped out. We asked folks, is it on the right direction or the wrong direction? That 44%, you say right direction, that's up since November. And if that doesn't seem like a lot, the last time it cracked 40%, you got to go back to 2012. The last time it actually hit 44 or higher, January of 2004. So a lot of this is Republicans, but independents, that number is also up since the election on the direction of the country. First of all,
that is wild. We are seeing a major shift in culture, in politics, in how people are genuinely operating. That is wild. But outside of polling, what I would love to know is, like, how are you guys feeling? Because I know this is what the New York Post is saying, but like on this channel, we've covered polls a lot. Sometimes polls are skewed. But I'd love to know how the people who are watching these videos feel. How are you guys operating? How do you feel about the current political climate? How do you feel about President Trump? I know a lot of people are somewhat kind of regretting their vote almost, and I'd love to know how you feel. And if you are someone who's regretting their vote, I'd love to know why. And if you're someone who is kind of like, maybe they don't have the best opinion of President Trump right now, but they have it's light years better than their opinion of Kamala Harris or any other candidate, I would love to know where you stand today on this beautiful Sunday. All right, guys, let me know what you think about all this in the comment section, and I will see you all next time. Hope you have the best rest of your Sunday. All right, guys, stay safe out there. Episode's over. Already? Geez, that was fast. Well, they say beautiful things do not last forever, but feel free to watch and listen to another one of these episodes if you're interested in those conversations as well. Also, this next part is huge. Make sure to obliterate that like and subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you never skip a beat. I also have a newsletter where we dive into the news, politics, and ideas that shape our future. If you're interested in signing up, I'd really appreciate that. Anyways, that's the end of this episode. Thank you so much for watching and listening, and I'll see you next time.